So here, Decisive by Chip Heath and Dan Heath. How to make better choices in life and work. A practical guide to overcoming cognitive biases and improving decision making through a systematic framework. Part 1 is here the problem why we make poor decisions, right? So the Heath brothers identify 4 common decision making traps dubbed the 4 villains. First is narrow framing, viewing choices too narrowly, right? Often as binary yes or no decisions. Second is confirmation bias, seeking information that supports existing beliefs while ignoring contrary data. Short-term emotion here, letting fleeting feelings distort long-term judgment. Overconfidence here, overestimating our ability to predict outcomes and ignoring uncertainty. These traps leads to flawed decisions in both personal and professional context. Here, part 2 is here the solution, the RAP framework. The counteract these biases, the author's purpose to RAP process in a 4-step framework. First is widen your options, avoid binary thinking, generate multiple alternative here. Second is techniques, vanishing options test here. Imagine your current options disappear, what else could you do? Multi-tracking, pursue several options simultaneously to complete outcomes. Point number 2 is here reality test your assumptions, challenge your beliefs with real world evidence. Second is techniques, seek disconfirming data, use base rates and ooching, it's a small experiment to test assumptions. Third point is attain distance before decisive, step back emotionally to gain clarity. Techniques here, 10 by 10 by 10 rules here. How will you feel about this decision in 10 minutes, 10 months or 10 years, right? In 10 years. So here, the rule is what here, that 10 by 10 by 10, right? This rule. How will you feel about this decision in 10 minutes, 10 years or 10 months, right? So ask here that, what would I advise a friend? Run a pre-mortem, what could go wrong, or pre-parade, what if it goes right? So prepare to be wrong, accept uncertainty, and plan for failure. Techniques here, set tripwires, signals that prompt re-evolution, build safety margins and contingency plans. So supporting tools and examples here, that 10 by 10 by 10 by 10, 10 by 10 by 10 rule here. The purpose is align short-term emotions, with long-term perspective. Ooching here, tests idea, through small, low-risk experiments. Tripwires here forces re-evolutions when specific conditions are met. Decision metric here, clarifies choices using objective criteria and checklists. Zappos example here, paying employees to quit a tripwire for commitment clarity. So key insight here, process is greater than analysis, right? So process matters more than analysis by a factor of 6. Here this research backed claim emphasizes that how we make decision is often more important than the data we use. A robust process helps mitigate bias and leads to better outcomes. So the final takeaway here, that decisive is not about perfect decisions, it's about better decisions, right? By applying RAP, that we call WRAP RAP, individuals and organizations can here expand their thinkings, test assumptions, gain emotional clarity and build resilience against failure. So the book empowers readers to choose wisely, not just react impulsively, making it essential reading for leaders, creators and anyone seeking long-term impact. So